Hello everybody, this is Gareth Cahoon Speaks back here with another video. I'd like you to hit the subscribe bar, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, or hit the notification bell to be notified when I post my next post. Or otherwise you can look me up at my website, which is www.garethcahoon.co.uk. Or if you'd like to support the ministry, you can do so through garethcahoon3@gmail.com. Israeli Air Force hits Covert underground nuclear compound, kills thousands of Iranian troops as strikes continue. IDF used 5,000 munitions so far, destroyed around 300 missile launchers. The Israeli Air Force, in cooperation with the US forces, continued to hammer the Iranian regime on Tuesday and Wednesday, firing over 5,000 munitions since the start of the war. Among the destroyed targets were covert nuclear compound, missile and air defense sites and the infrastructure of the regime. In addition, an Israeli F-35 jet achieved the first shootdown of a manned hostile fighter jet, destroying an Iran Yak-130, a Russian-made advanced supersonic jet trainer and light combat aircraft developed in the 1990s. According to the Times of Israel, this marked the first time in around 40 years that an Israeli Air Force has shot down a manned enemy aircraft. The last time was on November 24th, 1985, over Lebanon, when an Israeli F-15 downed two Syrian MiG-23 fighters. According to the IDF spokesman, Brigadier General Ifi Diffin, the Israeli strikes are part of an offensive plan aimed at deepening the severe blow to the regime over all firing capability. The damage spans the entire chain, from missile arsenals to production infrastructure to radar systems to launchers themselves. This is a systematic and methodological effort that also includes real-time action. Israeli Air Force aircraft guided by military intelligence identify launch preparations on Iranian soil and strike them. Within 100 hours of fighting behind us, the IDF is focused forward. We are started strong and we'll continue strong, operating according to an orderly war plan in close coordination and cooperation with the United States military. We still have many objectives and targets ahead, he said. In particularly large strike carried out by 100 fighter jets, the Air Force dropped over 250 bombs on a compound containing headquarters of all Iran's security forces, including the Revolutionary Guards, or otherwise known as the IRGC, and the IRGC Quds Force Intelligence Detectorate, Basel Preliminary Paramilitary Force, Iran's Cyber Unit, the Special Forces Unit of Iran's Internal Security Forces, and a protest suppression unit of the Internal Security Forces. The headquarters were struck while personnel of the Iranian terror regime responsible for managing the campaign, advancing terror plans against the State of Israel and countries in the region, and suppressing Iranian civilians were operating from them in the military stated. In the past 2 days, we have killed thousands of Iranian forces, Colonel Aleph, commander of the Ramat David Air Base, said in a video published by the military. Late Tuesday, the IDF had announced strikes in the covert Minzahadi compound near Tehran, which was used to develop necessary capabilities for nuclear weapons. Noting previous attacks during the last year war, the IDF said that despite the severe damage, the Iranian terror regime did not cease nuclear weapons activities and continued to advance development of the required capabilities for nuclear weapons, while shifting infrastructure to an underground site defended against aerial strikes. In this site, a group of nuclear scientists operated covertly to develop a key component for nuclear weapons. IDF intelligence continued to follow the scientists' activities and located their location at this site in a manner that enabled a precise strike on the covert underground compound, thus removing a key component in the Iranian regime's capability to develop nuclear weapons, the military added. On Wednesday, the IDF said that the Air Force had conducted a 10th large-scale wave of airstrikes in Tehran, which included the destruction of defence and detection systems at the Mehrabad airport. Overnight, dozens of regime infrastructure sites were hit, including a facility used by the regime for storage, production, and launch of ballistic missiles, including Ghadir missiles and Isfahan in western Iran. On Tuesday, the IDF said it had dismantled approximately 300 Iranian missile launchers so far. Asked whether a decisive victory was possible, Defrin responded that Israel launched this operation out of necessity to remove a tangible existential threat, stressing that the objective is to severely damage the Iranian terrorist regime and that the campaign would continue until the threat is removed. Durbin also noted that there has been a downward trend over the days regarding Iranian missile launches at Israel. Iran still has capabilities and we continue hunting and destroying them. The Israeli Air Force and the US Air Force are currently over Iranian skies, hunting launchers and destroying them. As time passes, we will eliminate more capabilities. The volume of fire will continue to decline. So far, we have struck dozens of launchers and will continue to do so. So this is all about the America and the Israel war against Iran. They give Iran every last chance that they could to come to the table and to do a deal. But Iran was more focused on fighting Israel and keeping her nuclear weapons because she is hell bent on destroying the Saturday people, which are the Jews, and the Sunday people, which are the Gentiles. Shalom, Maranatha, and Hallelujah.